Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to lesson number 2 of how to do Arabic calligraphy with Kazeegraphy. I've got a class in front of me, so they're working along with you, but they've been doing calligraphy for some time, so this is practice for them, and for you newcomers on the video, this will be new to you. If you've not watched video number 1, then go back to that, and I hope that you've been practicing. Practice is the key to calligraphy. Right, so from lesson number 1, what we did was we had a chisel marker like this, what's known as an oblique marker as well. For those of you who are asking on Amazon and stuff, if you're doing a search, then you're looking for a oblique marker. Right, now last time we were doing dots practice, nukta practice, so you should have done plenty of lines of these. Just to get yourself warmed up, do another line like that. Pause the video if you have to, and then do a line going down, and then do a line going up. Now the dots have to be consistent, they have to be the same size. I messed up a few here, so now I need to practice on going up some more. Remember, when we're doing these dots, you're just pulling down. You don't want to pull down too much, and you don't want to do too little as well. You don't want to snap. Pull down a little bit. Put your pen on, pull down. Put your pen on, pull down. Put your pen on, pull down. And your pen, every time you're putting it down, you're putting it down in the same place. Remember, if you've got a line, you're putting it on the line, pull down, 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 on the line, pull down. Okay, so that's a recap of last lesson. And if you look here, this girl here, she's doing beautiful ones, but her problem is she's using a very small marker. Alright, now look, compare that size to my size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap my marker, the green one, for the purple one. I'm going to confiscate the purple one from her, because the bigger the better. Okay, so use that green one. Right, let me see yours. Come on. Yeah, sorry. Alright, so I'll switch to a blue marker, big size again. There we go. If you can get something even bigger, like this, that's even better. But I mean, this one's a worn, it's been used a lot, that's why. Make sure it's sharp, it's not very worn. Like this, look at this one, this is a nice one. It's not been used much, I hope it's not dried out, but it's a nice smooth marker. And hopefully it'll give a, yeah, see that? There you go. It's easier to practice with a bigger one. Or, having said that, you don't want to get a really wide one. You can get those biggie markers. You don't want that at this stage. You don't want something very wide. This is, let me break it down for you. Let me get a ruler. These dots that I just did, that's 1 centimeter. So this thick marker was 1 centimeter tip. That's more than enough. And if you go to the standard one, that was about 1/2 centimeter. Right, and if you go on the purple ones, they're 1/4 centimeter. So that's too small. That's okay. 1/2 centimeter is okay, and 1 centimeter is more than enough. If you want to check the size of your tip, all you have to do is do a dot, or do a few dots. When you see that they're all the same size, then you just measure the width. And usually on a marker, it tells you what the width of the nib is, I'm just looking on here, 1.0, this one. That's tiny, you see that? I use that for really tiny, small writing, but it's not easy to use because the nib gets worn quite easily. And you at this stage do not want to be using something as small as this, otherwise it'll knock your confidence. It'll look horrible, it'll knock your confidence. You think, I can't do this, when you can. Calligraphy, inshallah, everyone can do. The key is to practice. So, going back to that, where's my half a centimeter marker? Alright, if you got any questions, then please do ask in the comments. Somebody asked, why can't you use a bullet marker? Look, this is a bullet marker. You see that? It's just round, it's quite worn, but it's a bullet marker. And with that, you can only get straight lines, one-dimensional lines. It's like using a Sharpie. See that? That's a bullet point as well. Focusing. Yeah, you don't want an oval tip, because that'll just give you a straight line. Yeah, that's dried out. So one of my students there, the tips just come off their marker. That's because they pressed down too hard. That's another thing, don't press down too hard, for God's sake.
Sorry.
So you just broken it. Broken that nib, broken that tip off. So do not press down. Pressing down too much is not going to get you anywhere. Look at that, that's a waste, isn't it? Waste of a nib. Right, so use this one. Okay, so you've been practicing those dots up and down. In this lesson, go right to left, left to right, and then go up, down, down and up. Make sure until you've got it consistent. Alright? And then the next thing we want to do for more practice is, now remember, when you've got letters in the Arabic alphabet, you've got dots on them, but dots vary. Sometimes you've got, for example, a bar that's just got a dot underneath it. Well, we're already able to do those. Right? Jim has just got a dot in it. That's okay as well. But then sometimes you get da. Now da has two dots together, so we need to practice doing that. And for those of you who are learning Urdu calligraphy, because Urdu and Arabic is the same except for a few letters of the alphabet, then you need to practice Pe as well, because the Pe has 3 dots underneath it. So today's exercise is this: 1 dot, 2 dots together, 3 dots like that, upar niche. And the key here is, look, you do 2 together, and then you see this groove here. It's got to go directly underneath that. Okay, practice that until you're able to do it without drawing a line here. Alright, so that's what you need to do. That's for a Pe. And then you need to do that above as well. 1, 2, 3. That's for a Tha. And so 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Practice loads and loads of pages of that. Alright, so you can do that as well. That's just for practice. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 designs for you to practice. Until next time, enjoy. And remember, you're on a line here, so these two diamonds have to sit on the line, and then this one has to go directly below. Practice it until you get it right, until you're a master at it, until you're able to do stuff like that. Nope, you need a space between them. Yeah. Sorry, that's me speaking to my students. So I'll see you next lesson. Happy practicing, keep going, don't give up. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.